Raider Nation, Raider Nation, Raider motherfucking Nation. What that shit do, man? Y'all know how we start this motherfucking shit off, man. Let me get this shit ready, man.
I'm just being me. From smoking my smoke, I'm drinking my drink, I'm doing my thing, my nigga. I'm just being me. From blowing this dro, we're fucking these hoes, I'm repping the dough, my nigga. I'm just being me. From smoking my smoke, I'm drinking my drink, just doing my thing, my nigga. I'm just being me. From blowing this dro, I'm fucking these hoes, I'm repping the dough, my nigga. I roll around with a revolver, I keep that for protection. Not a trigger happy nigga, but I must conceal this weapon. Got a red beam on it, make it look in your direction. Got my strong arm ready, bicep muscle with no flexing. Got a cold, cold heart, it don't get warmer from erection. It's a cold, cold world, you gotta die to learn your lesson. Damn, y'all niggas better get your minds right before you find yourself left out here searching for the limelight. When the time's right, pushing start in the ignition, nigga. A championship ring, Lakers over Pistons, nigga. You steady talking down, but still be fucking with this nigga. I always kept it true when I tell you what's the difference, nigga. Show you what's the bitch and you like comment. What's the issue, nigga? They always crying, here's some tissue, nigga. Shit, guess niggas talking from a distance, trying to dish you, nigga. No trigger fingers, only twigger fingers. I'm just being me. From smoking my smoke, I'm drinking my drink, I'm doing my thing, my nigga. I'm just being me. From blowing
Raider Nation, Raider Nation, Raider motherfucking Nation. What's poppin' with y'all, man? What that shit do, Raider Nation? It's been a minute. I've been too goddamn inconsistent. I know I had too much shit going on, man. It's football season, high school. I got my boy out here playing. You already know what it is. Corona Centennial. Just whooped on Servite Friday. Beat the hell out of him. So, you know, I've been busy doing a bunch of shit, Raider Nation. Now check it out. We're going to start this show like we start every show. And that is with the official sponsors of the show, which is Drippy Whips Incorporated. That's where you go. Instagram, TikTok, that's where you go and you find you a whip. I got you on the cars. This is what I do. I'm the CEO of the company. Fuck with me and get all your shit for a fucking wholesale price, whatever you looking for. That's how we do it. You know what I mean? Now let me go over here, get these paperworks right, and we're going to get straight into it here, Raider Nation. We're going to get straight into it. Now, preseason is officially over, Raider Nation. Officially over. No more preseason. We've seen 3 games of young guys, older guys, just a bunch of different shit, right? Now, I want to talk about what we got from the wide receiver position coming into this season. We wasn't really sure what we was going to get, right? We know we had Jacoby Myers. We know we had drafted Jack Besh. We know we drafted Thornton Jr. And we were trying to figure out, man, what are we going to really do with the wide receiver position? What's going on with Trey Tucker, this, that, and this? Well, it looks like Trey Tucker has emerged. He's gotten better. He's looked good in training camp all the way up into the preseason. Now, to be fair, it does matter who's throwing you the ball. Now, I know Brock Bowers somehow went all pro with them terrible QBs last year, but that's really not expected, right, for wide receivers on the outside. Look at Devontae Adams. He was mad as fuck, and he had every reason to be mad. But when we look at our wide receivers right now, I like what I'm seeing from Dante Thornton Jr. Now, to me, 6'5", running the 4.3, he's not a one-trick pony. We learned that, right? Now, coming out of college, he had the highest yards per catch from any wide receiver in college. I'm talking about more than Golden and more than Macmillan. Any receiver out there, he had more yards per catch. But they use him primarily as a deep threat. Just go deep, run the 9 route. Here come the deep ball. What the Raiders have done is learn to use him as an actual wide receiver. Now, I'm checking him out. He's running all the routes. He's doing his thing. What's cracking, my guy? He's doing his thing. Now, I was wondering, like, man, if he can run every route, he can really change the offense. And we seen him make that back shoulder with Geno in the preseason game. I hate this fucking wire. We seen him do that back shoulder catch for the touchdown. I said, that's what I've been waiting to see. That's what we've been waiting for, and that's what we need, man. That's what the Raiders need. Because I think he has a chance to be a real star, Raider Nation. I think that Dante Thornton Jr. may be the best pick we picked in the draft. I think he might turn out to be the best player in the draft that we selected. I'm really thinking that. Now, I'm looking at Jack Bech. Bech just hasn't had a lot of opportunities. I guess he hasn't really wowed in practice. He had a couple good practices, but if he wasn't our second round draft pick, he'd be getting cut from the 53 right now. I just haven't seen anything from him in preseason. He hasn't really made any splashes, really done anything. And then, like I said, when you look at Tucker, he looked like he's become an actual wide receiver too. Because remember, he pretty much ran just the 9 route, 9-9-9, and we can never get the ball to him with them terrible ass, trash ass QBs we had. So I look at the receiver room as a whole. I feel like Jack Bech is going to be brought along slowly, but I feel still like we need one more wide receiver. Now I believe what's his name is still available. What's his name? Gabe. He used to play with Buffalo. For some reason I'm drawing a blank on his name. Y'all know who I'm talking about. If y'all know who I'm talking about, let me know, man. Hey, what that shit do? What's up with it? Y'all know who I'm talking about? What's the wide receiver? He's a free agent right now. He used to play in Buffalo. Gabe. If y'all know his name, man, drop it in the comments because I can't remember his name. But he's a good player. And you still got Amari Cooper. You still got a couple other guys out there. I still like, it's a couple receivers that I like, and it would help to get one. Gabe Davis, there we go. Appreciate you. Gabe Davis. You bring in Gabe Davis over there, I feel like our wide receiver room is actually really set. The deeper you are, the better. You know what I mean? The deeper you are, the better. Yeah, Gabe Davis, for sure, man. Appreciate y'all. So I like the receiving room, but I like it to get another player to make it really certified and bring Jack Bech along slowly and just really mix up the formations. Now, let's talk about the DBs, Raider Nation. This has been a hot topic. I feel like I've been the first one talking about these DBs since before the draft, since free agency. I feel like I've been pounding the table for defensive backs. Now, I look at Porter Jr. I'm looking at fucking Eric Stokes. I'm looking at Blue Kelly, and it's really not a lot to be excited about. I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. Y'all know I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna tell the truth every time. Shame the devil. I'm gonna tell the truth. Now, that's the position that scares me, Raider Nation. That's the position that scares me. Like my guy right here, Lecky, said, that's what it is. It's they scare me. They scare me. Now, I look at the rest of the team on the defense, I feel like we can make some things happen. But them DBs, they leave a lot to be desired. Now, Eric Stokes, for those who don't know, he was dope coming out of Georgia. He never really lived up to those expectations. Now, last year, he started 1 year, which is last year. Last year, he got to play because of Jaire Alexander missed pretty much the whole season. So he was out there. He got a lot of PT. Now, the problem with that is he gave up big yards. He gave up big numbers and high ratings to quarterbacks. So we take him and we say, okay, you're going to start. And then you take Porter Jr., who was a wide receiver, turned DB. Now, let's put it like this. Everyone's not Richard Sherman, all right? Can we stop pretending that everybody can be Richard Sherman, the fucking Hall of Famer? Like, that story is far and in between. It's rare. It's not something that happens a lot. But just watching him yesterday give up the touchdown, against third, fourth string guys, like he wide open touchdown. It's a sign of things that's to come. It's a sign of the times. It's a sign of what's coming, Raider Nation. And it don't look good. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all. Now, when we talk about the defense as a whole, we talk about the defensive line. Let's go there. Max Crosby, you know what you're getting out of there. You're going to get league-leading TFLs. You're going to get at least 10 to 12 sacks, maybe more, right? You got Adam Butler. He's going to do his work. He had a lot of sacks last year coming out the fucking defensive tackle position, thrown in there because of fucking Christian Wilkins. You got my guy Jonah Laulu, right? You even got Tyree Wilson coming in and out. Now, Tyree, I know you said inside and out. I hear you. But, bro, watching the film, I still like you more on the outside. I like you more on the outside, bro. You look a lot faster. You're coming off the edge. I like you more on the outside. And then you got Malcolm Kuntz. Now, Malcolm Kuntz had me worried, Raider Nation. I'm not even going to lie to y'all. Malcolm Kuntz had me worried like a motherfucker because the first two games, he coming out there, man, he looked just like a guy. He was just out there looking slow, just running. Because, I said ACL, that's a major fucking injury, man, major. So I wasn't really expecting a lot out of Malcolm Kuntz because of that. Now, yesterday, I seen him come off that edge looking like Malcolm Kuntz. I said, holy shit, what the fuck happened in a week? Did they fucking shoot his ass up with some cortisol? They get his motherfucker some Tylenol? What the fuck happened? Because he came off that edge with pure speed. I was like, whoa, that looked like Malcolm Kuntz for real. So when it comes to the D-line, I like what I'm seeing. Now, we already know about the Hutchinson. I keep calling this dude Hutchinson. My bad, man, Hendrickson. We keep hearing about the Hendrickson possible trade. Now, I like where we are, but if you can get a guy like Hendrickson in there, forget about it. Now your corners don't have to be so great, right? Everybody don't have to be Pro Bowlers. Everybody don't got to be top notch. All you got to do is be a decent corner when you get that kind of pressure up front. So that's my feeling on the defense overall, man. I feel like overall the defense is a lot better, but I feel like it's going to come down to the fourth quarter in a lot of high-scoring games, which we really don't want because you got to understand, like, Geno Smith, he's improved like a motherfucker. Geno's gotten way better. Now, I like Geno in a controlled game, right? Where you're running, you're passing off the run, you're running off the pass, you're doing different things. That's how I want to see Geno. I don't want to see Geno have to consistently throw the ball 35 to 40 times a game because that's not his game, and that's a disaster for the Raiders. We need him to throw the ball about 30 times a game. 30 times a game. Be about 23 for 30. That would be solid. That's what we really asking for Geno. So that's what we can't. That's why we don't want to get into big shootouts. You know what I mean? We don't want to get in big shootouts. Now, talking about preseason, we're gonna get into a polarizing figure. Before I go there, let me check my guy Lecky out in the comments real quick. Yeah, I heard that, man. But man, have you seen DTR play? Not crazy about that at all. Hell yeah, shit. Hutchinson, Hendrickson, either one of them motherfuckers. We'll take them both. Yeah, they ain't trading him. They smarter than that. Now, let's talk about Aiden O'Connell. For some reason, when it comes to Aiden O'Connell, you got these guys, man, certain guys, they go crazy over Aiden O'Connell, man. They want you to believe that Aiden O'Connell is a franchise quarterback who's better than Geno Smith. He's being held back. He's this, he's that, he's this, he's that. And for the life of me, I can't figure this shit out why. Now, let's evaluate his performance in the preseason. Aiden O'Connell's performance in the preseason, to be summed up in one word, no, I'm going to sum it up in 2 words. No, I'm going to sum it up in fucking 4 words. Terrible, trash, tragic, trash. It's just fucking horrible, man. It's fucking horrible. Now, you got guys who, like I said, they'll fucking fight you on the internet. They'll disrespect you on the internet all over a player who's not good. You just don't understand why. And those are the guys that I call AOC stepdaddies. They run around here, they protect AOC like they his son, like that's his son, they sons. But let's evaluate his performance in the preseason, like I said, and to sum it up in a couple words. So in 3 games played, we only played 3 games in the preseason. In 3 games played, he's had 4 turnovers, right? He had 1 pick in game, no, what was it? Yeah, 2 picks in game 1, 1 pick in game 2, and he gets the fucking fumble in game 3. To me, there's nothing left to be said. There's nothing else to see here. They might as well just cut ties with him, right? That's what we was thinking going into the game yesterday. He breaks his wrist. Now, this is where it gets a little tricky, but this actually helps the Raiders. I don't wish no injury on no player. So let's get that right. Do I like Aiden O'Connell as a player? Fuck no. Do I want to see him get hurt? No, I don't. So, but this is what it is. This put the Raiders in a particular situation, right? So now we can cut him right now and then pay him the injury settlement. Pay him the injury settlement. He can try to clear waivers, get the fuck on, be done with him, right? Be finished with his ass. Or we can say, you know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna put you on injured reserve right now at the cuts. They put him on IR right now. He'll be done for the season. He'll be on the roster, but he won't count towards the roster. So he won't be part of the 53-man roster, so you can add somebody to that spot. To me, I think that's what they're probably going to do. I don't know if AOC is going to accept the injury settlement, so that's why I think they'll probably just go ahead, give him treatment, let him get healthy while not being on the roster, the official 53. And we bring in another backup quarterback who's actually pretty good, and we'll never see AOC again. I'm okay with that. I'm fine with that. It is what the fuck it is. That's what I'm thinking is going to happen. Now, we only owe him about $1 million. So the fuck what? We just lost millions and millions and millions on Christian Wilkins. What's another million? It ain't shit. Go ahead, give him that $1 million. Let him go away, go to the facility, get worked on. He's going to be out for 6 to 8 weeks. What we going to do? Sit over here and bring in a guy right now, and then as soon as he gets back off an injury, we're going to be like, okay, Carson Wentz, Aiden O'Connell's back. We got to release you now. Are you fucking kidding me? No way. No fucking way. That's not happening. So I believe he's done. I don't think we'll see Aiden O'Connell ever again in a Raider uniform. That's my thoughts. That's also my hopes. That's also my prayer. It ain't nothing personal. I just don't want to see the motherfucker no more. That's just what it is. Right? So let's talk about the person that people saying, it's Tom Brady's guy. The Brady pick, he handpicked him. Look, man, first of all, we're talking about Cam Miller. Now, first of all, Tom Brady has danced around his position on the team as far as his say-so, what he says, shit like that. 1 minute they say Tom Brady's going to have a lot to say about the quarterback position. And then we ended up missing on Shedeur Sanders and everything else. Then it comes to him saying, I don't have no say-so at all. Only thing I do is say, I'm a board. They just bounce ideas off of me, and they make the decision ultimately. But for some reason, everyone's saying Cam Miller is his pick. Okay, fine. What the fuck ever. Now, when I seen Cam Miller, understand, it's not my first time seeing him. I seen Cam Miller in college. What's the college you went to again, y'all? Was it, what the fuck is the name of that college? Not Delaware. South Dakota, right? I think it's South Dakota State or some shit like that. I actually seen him play against Colorado. I seen him play against Shedeur. And what he is, he's an athletic quarterback who likes to use his legs and run. But in the NFL, if you're going to use your legs and run, you got to be running like a motherfucking 4.4, 4.5. You got to have some wheels. Now, when I seen Cam Miller, I was like, I wasn't all that impressed, but I was like, he's okay. He's okay. He's pretty good. But I didn't have him coming to the next level being a guy. I didn't have him coming to the next level being a guy at all. So when we drafted him, I was like, why? He's like fucking 5'11", 5'10". Why? But what the fuck ever. Now, when the preseason game came and he popped out there on that game-winning drive or game-tying drive, I said, whoa, okay. My guy Jeffrey, what that shit do? That's what it is, South Dakota State. Now, when he came out and he showed himself on that drive, I was like, hey, he looks a little bit better than I anticipated. Right? That's one thing. I might have an opinion about a player, but it's only off of what you've done. You know what I mean? I don't never have an opinion on a player I've never fucking seen. That don't make any sense. If I've seen you do certain things, that's who I think you are until you show me something different. Right? So when he came and he did his thing, I said, hey, you know what? This motherfucker might be pretty good. He might be pretty good. Let's see. I mean, he looked better than trash-ass AOC, which ain't hard to do. But he had looked pretty good that day. Now, of course, a bunch of Raider fans was like, he's the fucking guy. He's our future. Start him now over Geno. I'm like, will y'all calm the fuck down? No fucking way, man. No fucking way. But I did say, you know what? Compared to the trash we're seeing with AOC, he might be in the running to be the number 2. But you already know when you have a showing like that, when you ball out in the NFL, and you're trying to move up in the position, you got to do it more than one time. So he had his opportunity the last 2 games, and it hasn't been good. It hasn't been good. And the only thing that did to show us that he needs more time. It's okay. Let him chill. He's a young player. It ain't no reason to rush him out there. Let him chill out. Let him do his thing. Let him learn. Let him practice. No need to rush Cam Miller. Nothing at all. And I don't know if y'all seen the interview with Pete Carroll. I think it was this morning. They said, so what do you need to see from Cam Miller for him to be the number 2 quarterback? And Pete Carroll says, play for about 2 more years. So he understands what it is. He knows that Cam is nowhere near that. He said he needs a ton of reps. He's nowhere near a number 2 quarterback. Nowhere near that. That's why I was like, who should be the replacement for Aiden O'Connell? Because we need a backup quarterback. You can't have Cam as your backup. He don't know what the fuck he's doing. Once some defenses come out there and throw some exotic shit, forget about it. So who's going to be the player? So you look around the league right now, you got Carson Wentz is available, right? Ryan Tannehill. Now, I wanted Ryan Tannehill last year. I don't know how he ended up not playing last year when you had the Colts playing as bad as they were playing with their offense. I didn't understand it. As bad as we were with our offense, we didn't bring in Ryan Tannehill. So to me, you go ahead and you holler at Carson Wentz. You holler at Ryan Tannehill. You look at the waiver wire. But what you don't do, for me, what you don't do is trade. You know what I mean? I wouldn't give up a pick. I wouldn't trade anybody. I wouldn't give up a pick for Anthony Richardson. I wouldn't give up a pick for fucking what's his name? DTR. I wouldn't do none of that. I wouldn't do any of that shit. But who would y'all pick? Who would y'all like to see come in as a backup quarterback? Let me check out some of these comments real quick, y'all. And that's another one. They released them today? That's another one. That's another one, Jeffrey. I just was talking to a couple of my guys on TikTok about that. Just talking to a couple guys on TikTok. Matter of fact, if y'all don't follow me on TikTok, man, go follow me on TikTok, The Sportsman, and on Instagram, The Sportsman, man. I appreciate y'all. Need y'all motherfucking support. But yeah, Tyler Huntley is a guy that I'm definitely interested in bringing in because I've seen him come in for Lamar Jackson, and the offense still looked pretty good. So I can fuck with that. I can fuck with Huntley. Man, my guy, Terrence, man, what the fuck happened to us, man? What the fuck happened to us, Terrence? I remember growing up, man, it seemed like Raider fans were some smart motherfuckers. We knew the game. We understood the stakes. Now I see so many Raider fans, man, these motherfuckers, they disappoint me and they let me down. They let me down. They want to tell me some shit that they know is not true. I was like, what the fuck happened to y'all? It's because they went to Las Vegas? What happened to you motherfuckers? And then you got the real Raider fans who still understand. You know what I mean? I feel you, Terrence, man. That shit's fucking nuts, man. They're not scramblers? No. See, now Ryan Tannehill, he can move around. Tyler Huntley, he can move around. Carson Wentz, he can move around. Now, who I don't want to see is DTR. Who I don't want to see is motherfucking Danny DeVito nephew. I don't want to see him either. Right? These are guys that I don't want to fucking see. I don't want to see that. And like I said, we don't need to be giving up a pick for a backup QB anyways. I'm not trying to do that, man. Just wouldn't make any sense for me. Now, I want to talk about the hold on, what's this say right here? I can't even read my own fucking writing over here. Now, I want to talk about the free agents that are available for this team as far as defense. Because our defense, like I said, is leaving a lot to be desired right now, right? Leaving a lot to be desired. Hold on, let me see what my guy Jeffrey say real quick. Yeah, you're right. Someone who can move around, make some throws, make some shit happen. Hey, appreciate you, my G. Salute right back to you, man. Raider fucking Nation. You already fucking know, man. You already fucking know. But I did want to talk about free agency, though. When I look at the guys that's available right now in free agency, we got, on the defense particularly, And if y'all know some guys available that y'all think that I'm not naming that can help this team, let me know. Now on the defense right now, guys that's available right now, Rasul, was it Douglas? We had him with Josh McPussels, and Josh McPuss cut him, and then he turned into a Pro Bowler in Green Bay the same season. Can't make this shit up. Now he's available right now. If we bring him in, he's starting right now. If we bring him in, he's better than every corner on our team right now. So I look at him as an option that we should be looking at. I look at, of course, Asante Samuel Jr. I've been talking about him for the longest, all off season. I've been saying, go get him, go get him, go get him, go get him. Right? He would instantly be our best nickel corner right now. Right now, he'd be our best one. And who else? Who else is it? You guys know any other DBs out there? And then, of course, Justin Simmons. Now, I feel like because one thing the Raiders did earlier in the offseason is they had Jeremy Chin. This scared me too, though. I ain't going to lie about this. Jeremy Chin was fucking coming from the safety position and playing the slot corner. Scary. Scary. Now, he's fast. He's physical. But playing the slot, you gotta really know how to fucking do that shit. It's really a skill to that shit. So that did scare me. And then we had Lonnie Johnson playing some kind of safety position, and that scared me too because he's a special teamer. So I'm like, what the fuck's going on right now? So I always wanted them to bring in Justin Simmons because I felt like you bring in Justin Simmons, you got you a natural safety who knows the AFC West, right? He knows Denver. He knows the fucking Clipper Chargers. I feel like you bring him in there, then maybe you can put Chin at slot, which I really don't want to do. I really don't want to do that, man. I wouldn't want to do it, man. And hey, you know what? You know what, man? When free agency first hit, I said no to Gilmore, right? Because last year, Gilmore was getting toasted. He gave up over 100 rating. He was getting worked. But I figured we'd bring in some guys anyway and, whatever, be better at that position. But now where we are right now, Gilmore would still be better than every corner on this team right now. That's crazy. And like I said, he got work last season. Now, Asante Samuel, that's a no-brainer. I don't understand what we're doing. Now, this is what irritated me about this offseason is they came in saying we're going to win now, we want to win now, and we came in with the second most cap space. Now, a lot of Raider fans make up excuses saying, you seen what happened to Christian Wilkins? It's like, my God. Everybody don't have to get paid a big, huge-ass fucking contract. Everyone's not going to get fucking $80 million. We're not trying to do that. But I watched what Chicago Bears did. They signed about 4 or 5 starters on their team from free agency. You can do that. Young guys. The Eagles, they brought in a few guys on 1-year contracts. These guys are going to start. They're going to play. So there's nothing wrong with building through free agency and the draft, especially if you're trying to win and you know you need to address these particular positions. You know what I mean? I didn't like that at all. Simmons, Asante, Clowney, easy work. Easy work. You have no objection from me from that. Now I said the same thing a few days ago. How about Clowney? How about bringing Clowney in? Last year he underperformed. He had like 5 sacks. All right, 5.5 sacks I think it was. He's not going to command a $12 million salary. You can bring him in for about $6 million right now. Bring him in, 1-year deal, $6 million. You're helping the edge rush immediately. And because one thing you got to remember about that Philly defense. That Philly defensive line reminds me of that New York Giants line that beat Tom Brady with O.C. Yermanura, Michael Strahan, and all the weapons that they kept rotating. They kept staying fresh. Why the fuck we don't try that? Now you bring in Clowney and you have him rotating with Wilson and rotating with Snowden and all of these guys. That makes the defense that much better. That makes the defense that much fucking better, man. So some things are fucking no-brainers to me. I don't understand why they're not fucking doing it. It's kind of wild, man. It's kind of wild. And hold on, what's this right here? Oh, okay, this right here. This is what he reacted to. Genty, a garbage can. That's wild. Why you say that, man? Why you say that? I think Genty's going to be nice. Now, he's going to have to stay healthy. He's got to stay healthy, but He's definitely nice. Terrence went off on your ass. It's the gratification shit. Y'all sound dumb calling Heisman runner-up trash. Yeah, yeah, facts. He definitely not trash. Far from it. And he's cut from that Josh Jacobs, Saquon Barkley cloth. He's like that. But yeah, those are running backs. Those are some defensive some guys that I wanted to get in free agency that's available right now. You know what I mean? Right now. But that takes me back to the original free agency. When the original free agency hit, I need to get this motherfucking wire the fuck out of here. When the original free agency hit on the offseason, I was pumped the fuck up. I'm like, I'm looking at the free agency list. I'm like, okay, he's gonna be available. He's gonna be available. We need to do this, make this move, make this move. I watched so many good players go off the board, and then the very first person that we signed, our very first free agent. It wasn't Geno Smith. That was a trade. Our very first free agent signing was Alex Kappa. Alex Kappa. Now remember, Kappa was rated the absolute worst guard in the entire NFL last season. And I said, why the fuck is he the first person you signed? Right? So, and keep in mind, I wanted to let's go the fuck out of here. I wanted trash ass to let's go the fuck out of here. Me and AP. Shout out Antonio Pierce. We both wanted his ass the fuck out of here, right? But when I see Spike Tech bring in Alex Kappa as the very first person you signed, I said, man, hold on. I got to take a step back. I got to take a step back and see what the fuck is going on. And then after that, we signed everyone we signed in free agency besides Jeremy Chin. Hear me out, Raider Nation. Besides Jeremy Chin, every single player we signed in the original free agency. We're not talking about Jermaine Pratt late right now. I'm talking about in the actual free agency period. Every player we signed were all training camp cut guys. You brought in Eric Stokes. No one was going to go get Eric Stokes. He was going to be a training camp cut guy. You brought in Lonnie Johnson. He's a gunner. He was going to be a training camp cut guy. You brought in Fotu. Now Fotu had just missed the whole season, but I knew he was going to be a rotational defensive tackle rotation guy. But I'm saying when you come into free agency with that much money, how could you not get any impact players? And there's no excuse because every impact player is not going to cost you what Christian Wilkins costed us. It's just an excuse people have. And it just really fucking makes me mad. It was really stupid. And I said Spike Tech got his ass whooped in free agency. I seen good guys go for decent prices on worse teams. Worse teams. I'm like, bro, what the fuck? I seen the Chicago Bears bring in a couple young guards. I'm talking about 26 years old guys. These guys were good. They're going to be starting on that team this season. Like, if you're going for it, don't tell me you're going for it and don't go for it. That was my feeling on free agency. That's why if you was following me back then, I was mad as fuck because it just didn't make sense to what they were talking about. It really didn't make sense what they were saying. Yeah, the trenches is key. The trenches are key. I think we're gonna be okay. I think our offensive line is gonna be okay. I think we're gonna be okay on the O line. Now, I still don't understand this whole JPJ experiment with Meredith. I didn't and this is all respect to Pete Carroll. But what made them think he would be a better center than JPJ when there's absolutely no footage of him playing center in his career? He's always been a guard. And JPJ was literally the best center coming out last year. This didn't make any sense. And I had read into it a little bit deeper. I know that Pete Carroll's son is the offensive line coach. And it's like, did he come up with this fucking idea? And you just want to stick with it no matter what? And then they said it was a fucking competition. But during preseason games, we didn't see JPJ play one snap at center. It wasn't no competition. They just decided that they was going to let Meredith play center, who's never played center ever before. And he's undersized, too. He reminds me of fucking Andre James. He looks like the same type of guy. I ain't going to fucking lie to y'all. He looked like Andre James. But I think we're going to be okay overall on the offensive line. But if we got to rotate that shit back around, that's going to be wild as fuck. That's gonna be wild. It's gonna be a waste of time if we have to rotate it back around. Now, to my guy Terrence, what I think for us, I think with us, it's gonna be our DBs is gonna make and break our season. Now, I want to take y'all back to the year 2022. We brought in Devontae Adams. We had Josh Jacobs. We had Derek Carr. We had Josh McPuss, right? That offense was lighting shit up. Devontae Adams, all pro. Josh Jacobs, all pro, led the league in rushing. And guess what? We gave up 5 double-digit leads and made NFL history because we couldn't put teams away at the end of games. Why? Because we're giving up too many points at the end. We couldn't get off the field on defense. And I'm feeling a lot like that with this team. Now, that team had a top 10 scoring offense. We're top 10 in scoring. But the problem was we were 27th in points per game allowed. So you're giving up, you're scoring 26 points a game, but you're giving up 28 points a game. That don't balance out, man. That don't balance out. And I have a feeling we might be closer to that right now if we don't address these few corners like Rasul Douglas. Like I said, go get this guy. Asante Samuel, go get this guy. We get them guys, I feel like we can go to the playoffs. Real talk. I feel like we're going to the playoffs if we just fix those positions right there. That's how I feel. My guy, they went and signed with losers. Guys went to Carolina. Guys went to Chicago. Chicago's been bad for years. No one's gonna. If you don't reach out to guys, you know how that works. You got to reach out to their agent. You got to reach out to guys. We didn't reach out to nobody, and it's a business. Motherfuckers want to get paid, and we didn't do anything on our fucking free agency. It was a waste of time, and that's why every single guy we have, besides Jeremy Chin, during the free agency period, was a waste of time. These guys were all training camp cut guys. These aren't guys who get in free agency. It never made any sense. Shit pissed me off, man. And we're seeing it right now. We're seeing it right now. Like Kelsey was a beast, and he played center his whole fucking life, though. You can't just take a guy and be like, go be Jason Kelsey. Like we gotta be realistic. But he looked pretty good in preseason. But we're gonna find out, man. But to me, that whole battle didn't make any fucking sense, Jeffrey, at all. Yeah, we couldn't kill you. No, you're right. We couldn't kill the clock in the fourth. Well, in the fourth quarter, we were already down, but the game was already too close. We couldn't. It wasn't about killing the clock then, because remember we had 17-point leads going into the third quarter, and then this is when Josh McPuss ass he didn't know how to call the game in the second half. He was the best play caller in the first half, and then once they went to the locker room and the other team made adjustments to what we were doing, he had no answer to adjust to what they were doing. Stop handing off the ball to Josh Jacobs, throwing the ball, stopping the clock. Just a bunch of dumbass shit, and that shit murdered us, man, for no reason. We should have been a playoff team that season. That offense was good enough to win. McDip shit. Worst part McDip shit, we couldn't score for 30 points. Exactly. We damn near did, though. We were scoring big points every game. But remember the Chiefs game on Monday night? We were the better team. Josh Jacobs ran for over 100 yards. The Chiefs didn't give up 100 yards at all that season. Jacobs ran all over their ass. Devontae and Derek Carr threw a party on their ass. But at the end of the day, we lost the game like 30-33 or some shit like that. That's how I feel like this season is going to go if we don't address these corners, man. So I'm going to get into the season expectations as of right now, today, not after not after the training camp cuts. None of these, as the team is right now, right? My expectations for the team right now, I think Vegas got us 6.5. I still think that's disrespectful. Now, I would go over on the 6.5. I think right now, as the Raiders are built right now, we're probably a 7 to 8 win team. Maybe I feel we're closer to 8 wins right now, as we're currently built. Because that's us losing some close games while scoring a lot of points. That's how I see that in that 8 games right now. Winning 8 games right now, I feel like we'll lose some close ones that we should have won. but the defense couldn't get the fuck off the field. That's how I feel about that. And I would give them, yeah, like I said, I would give them about 8 games as they are currently built right now. Now, if they go out and they make these tweaks and they fix this and they fix that, they address this and they address that, to me, we instantly turn into a playoff team. Like, I'm looking at our schedule. Matter of fact, where's my phone? I'm going to pull this shit out right now. Hold on, bear with me real quick, Raider Nation. Let's look at the fucking schedule right now. Let's go over the fucking wins and losses right now as the team is currently built. All right? Y'all follow along with me right here. All right, Raiders on the road against the New England Patriots. To me, how we're built right now, without no extra change, that's a dub. That's a dub. Then we got the Chargers at home. How we're built right now, that's 50-50. You know, we normally split with these motherfuckers. But they already have their team together. I wouldn't be surprised if they took that first game. I hate that it's at home. I wouldn't be surprised if they take that game, as we're currently built, right? Then we go on the road to the Commanders. As we're built right now, we're not winning that game. No fucking way. Then you got the Bears coming to town. I'm telling y'all right now, don't sleep on Chicago. Chicago is going to be a good team. That game is going to be a toss-up. That's a 50-50 game. We're at home, but I think Chicago has a chance to win that game. But I'm talking about how we're currently built right at this moment. So if I got to pick it right now, they still got to go through some kinks. I think we can probably steal that game right now. Right? So what is that? 2-2? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Yeah, that's 2-2 right there. Then us on the road against the Colts. Man, we should beat the fuck out the Indianapolis Colts. Built how we are right now. No problem. So that right there is 3-2. The Tennessee Titans. Cam Ward, no chance against Max Crosby in this defense. That should be a win. 4-2. On the road against the Chiefs. How we're built right now. No, we're not going to win on the road against Kansas City right now. We're not. So that's 4-3. The Jaguars on the road in Las Vegas. I don't have no faith in Trevor Lawrence. As we're currently built, I still think we can probably beat that team right now. 5-3. Denver on the road. That defense is tough. They're hard to beat. Shit. They're going to be tough to beat. I'm going to say we probably lose that game, go 5-4. Then you got the Cowboys coming to town. How we're currently built. Let's not forget, they got Pickens over there, CeeDee Lamb over there. They got the squad over there. How we're currently built, we're not winning that game. That's 5-5. The Cleveland Browns on the road. Come on, man. It's the Cleveland Browns, man. As long as Myles Garrett don't destroy the game, that's a game we should win, even how we're built right now. So what's that? 6-4. And then you got the Chargers on the road, which is really our home game. I think we can win that game. That's 7-4, right? I think that's 7-4. Remind me if I'm off. Then you got Denver coming to Vegas. That's a game that we have to win. How we're currently built, it's going to be tough to win, but they're not sweeping us. I think we win that game, right? So that gives us 8 wins right there, or is that 7 wins? Is that 7 or 8? One of the two. Then you got Philly on the road. As we're built, we're not beating Philly, bro. No, we're not beating Philly. So that's 7-5. I think it's 7-5. Then you got the Houston Texans. Remember, man, the Texans got a squad over there. They got a squad. They got some receivers. They got a running game. That's a tough game. On the road, how we're currently built, I'm gonna give Houston that win. So that makes it 7-6 right there. Then the New York Giants on the road playing us. That's a 50-50 game. I think the Giants are gonna be better than they used to be, but I think we can probably pull that out. I'm gonna give us the 8th win. Now, here it goes where it gets tricky. So that was that 8-8? Yeah, I think that's 8-8. You know, my numbers got all fucked up. Now you got the Chiefs game on the road in Kansas City. Okay, yeah, my shit got all fucked up, bro. I done went all the way past it. But now it's the Chiefs game on the road, the final game of the season. Now this could be a gimme game, right? If the Chiefs are dominating in the division, this is a throwaway game for the Chiefs. We get our 9th win. We get our 9th win. as a throwaway game for the Chiefs. Now, if they need this game, how we're currently built, we're not going to beat them. We're not going to beat them motherfuckers. So that would make us 8-9. So I see 8 wins. Like I said, I see 8 wins how we're currently constructed. Now, if you go ahead and you fix that cornerback position, you fix the cornerback position because that's our biggest need right there. That makes that Cowboys game a 50-50 game. That makes the Broncos game at home and at road a 50-50 game, right? That makes the fucking, even the Commanders, that makes that a 50-50 game if you can adjust and get the right corners out there. So I feel like they can fucking go. You fix them shits, I say them 50-50 games we can win. I feel like they can get 10-7 if they get those corners. You bring in Rasul Douglas, Asante Samuel Jr., we're going 10-7. We're right there, playoffs, on the brink, have something to play for. We're looking for it. But if we don't fix these things that are going to kill us late in games, we're going to lose these games closely. And that's what I don't want to do, is lose close games while scoring over 25 points. And that's how I see us losing some of these games if we don't address what needs to be addressed. Because our defensive line is going to eat. Our D-line is going to eat, man. And our linebackers, they're going to stop the run. We're going to be one of the better teams against the rush. But our linebackers in coverage, they leave a lot to be desired. But I think that Jamal Adams has a chance to be comeback player of the year, depending on how much he plays. But that's why I say they got to make those adjustments, man, and the Raiders can really be a playoff team. If they don't, we're going to win 8 games and not quite get there. 7 to 8 games if we don't fix nothing. If we do fix the shit, we're going to be right there, wild card, knocking on the door, possible playoff move. Day one. That's how I feel about it. Now, yeah, okay. So, yeah, that was it right there. So, yeah, I figured they make those adjustments, Raider Nation. We end up 10-7. 10-7. Because I think that the Chiefs is, I mean, no matter how much what we say about Kansas City, that what they lose last year, 1 game, 2 games, they're gonna probably win the division. And that's cool. We don't give a fuck. Win the division. Win it. Because if we come into that last game of the season and they don't need that game and they're resting their starters, that's a free game. That's a free game like the Denver Broncos got last season. People forget. Denver didn't beat any of the good teams last year. They beat up on bad teams last year. And the only reason they beat the Chiefs in that very last game is because they started fucking Carson Wentz. They were already in the playoffs. It didn't matter. Now, if we can get to that point and have 9 wins going into that Kansas City Chiefs game, we have a chance to do what the Broncos did last year and squeeze into the playoffs. And once you get into the dance, man, anything can happen. All we got to do is get into the dance. That's all we got to do. But yeah, man, let me check y'all comments right here before we get up out this motherfucker, man. Tremaine interception. Yeah, I was trying, man. I was trying, Terrence, man. My count got all fucked up. But yeah, 10-7, I think we can hit that, man. We make those adjustments. We get that Rasul Douglas. We get trade for Newsome over there in Cleveland. He's a real good slot. We do something like that, we're going to be right there on the outside, knocking in to get into the playoffs, man. We'll be right there in the hunt. Right there in the hunt. Yeah, I'm with you, bro. I'm with you. I think we can do it, man. And to me, if we don't make the playoffs, man, I really feel like it'll be self-inflicted wounds. Because you don't come into the offseason with that much cap space, the second most in the NFL, and don't get a single impact player. I mean, you got Jeremy Chin, but you don't get an impact player that you know you need. Not just a random guy, a guy that you know you need. Like, we wanted to get better on the offensive line. We didn't bother to get a couple offensive linemen who were 26 years old, some good guys. I think shit like that might come back to bite us because, I mean, NFL, you still need quality players, man. You still need quality players. But yeah, what y'all think, man? What's y'all predictions on the win and loss total right now before we get up out of here? Let me hit some of this water real quick. Y'all tell me what y'all see. Take me a little water break real fast.
strikes. Half the niggas that you running with, pussy all dykes. I got stars and bars, let y'all niggas earn stripes. And I'ma let y'all niggas think it's copacetic, but I guarantee that they gon'
that cold water, boy. That's that ice cold. That's that ice cold, man. You need it. Nobody got nothing?
I'm just being me. From smoking my smoke, I'm drinking.
All right, well, check it, man. It's about that time for me, Raider Nation. I gotta go in this motherfucking house. I'm over here in my garage. It's a little warm in this motherfucker. But I appreciate y'all checking in. Make sure y'all follow right here, man. Like, subscribe, follow, all that good shit, man. I appreciate y'all checking in with your boy. Hit me up on Instagram, man, The Sportsman. Hit me up on TikTok, The Sportsman. I follow back. Send me a message, man. Let's chop it up, man. Let me know if y'all got ideas for the next show, man. I want to bring somebody in for the next show. So yeah, man. Drop your information. Holla at your boy, man. Let me know what's good. And we're gonna get some shit cracking, man. Till then, Raider Nation, Raider Nation, Raider motherfucking Nation. We out this bitch.
A championship ring, Lakers over Pistons, nigga. You steady talking down, but still be fucking with this nigga. I always kept it true when I tell you what's the difference, nigga. Show you what's the bitch and you like comment. What's the issue, nigga? They always crying, here's some tissue, nigga. Shit, guess niggas talking from a distance, trying to dish you, nigga. No trigger fingers, only twigger fingers. I'm just being me. From smoking my smoke, I'm drinking my drink, I'm doing my thing, my nigga. I'm just being me. From blowing this dro, we're fucking these hoes, I'm repping the dough, my nigga. I'm just being me. From smoking my smoke, I'm drinking my drink, just doing my thing, my nigga. I'm just being me. From blowing this dro, we're fucking these hoes, I'm repping the dough, my nigga. I'm just being me. I fuck two bitches at the same time. I said let's go double or nothing just to save time. I had the bedroom bumping like a bass line. Too bad my phone was dead, I would've put it all on FaceTime. No dirty thoughts, just a great mind. Plus I got real player numbers, Hall of Fame won't inflate minds. I'm well connected like a grapevine. Y'all cowards learn the hard way. I make one call, leave you in chalk lines. Y'all faggots bark, but a dog bites. Not DMX, but I leave y'all niggas stretched like that hard white. When you gotta bag it up, it's probably your